there, viewers. I'm re-recording this update because, my god, I rambled on for way too long in the previous recording. That I have to redo this because there's like 30 minutes I rambled on for there. Well, anyways, let's actually try to keep on point here. Okay, an update for the new year. I've got 2 games in mind, but before that, let's kind of, god damn it, every time on the spot, my mind just like goes bloop. But, man, I'd be terrible at giving speeches. Just like, why does it keep getting off subject? I don't know. So, I want to do things a bit differently, recording and uploading wise, because last year really took its toll on me and wore me the hell out. There were some good points and some bad points. Some of the bad points were the Battle Frontier, just like, I remember just like, I mean, like, when it came to uploading all that, I'd recorded it quite a ways back, but I still remember those days. Those days of speeding up the game to the point where I think it has actually affected my eyes in some way. So I'm like, I've got to know my limits when it comes to things, because really, my eyes felt completely violated with that damn Battle Frontier. And funny thing is, one of the games I have in mind also violates the eyes in a way, because for some reason the Japanese, they just, why do the developers insist on raping the eyes with things that you'd have to like, I'll just say it, okay. Potential LP that I'm thinking of is Project Diva F. It's a rhythm game, and while it doesn't necessarily completely screw with the eyes, I've been playing it quite a lot lately, and it's reminding me a bit of the Battle Frontier in that, well, it takes forever to unlock things because it costs a lot of money, and you don't quite earn as much money as you'd think without playing on the harder difficulties like hard mode and expert mode, which is where the real pain in the ass thing comes in, because it's colorful and you've got the notes represented. It's like X, square, triangle, circle. You got stars representing the analog stick kind of button, and then you got the ones where you gotta press both right and circle, down and X, square and left, up and triangle. You gotta press 2 buttons at the same time for arrow keys that are in the same color as the button you gotta press with the right hand. So it's like, you got all that, and then you've got a colorful changing video, and you can see where that would really screw with the eyes when it gets faster. It does. It's like to the point I'm so used to the faster ones that when it comes to easy mode, I just keep hitting an awful note once or twice through the whole track. It's just like, it's so slow compared to the other modes. On expert mode, man, I've cleared a few songs on it, but there are some songs that don't even feel like they're physically possible. I mean, you know when you button mash and just like, that's the actual fucking speed to some of those. And the horrifying thing is, sometimes the speed is faster than that. It's like, how the fuck do you do this with human fingers? Human thumbs can't potentially do that. Like fucking Kenshiro. What the hell were they thinking? It's like ones are like, it's like if you physically did that with your thumb, you could pierce someone's fucking chest with that. What the fuck? How the fuck is that even possible? It's really absurd, man. But yeah, I'm thinking of LPing it nonetheless. I won't like clear every song on expert mode. What I like do for that LP is because I've got a random idea, like, you know, Mr. Squash. We haven't like had him on the channel in a while, that character. I thought it'd be a perfect LP for him, wouldn't it? because I'd like, editing-wise, I'd got a kind of idea what I'd like to do there. Editing is always a pain in the ass and all, but I've kind of got an interesting kind of idea to go about it, where like I'd have like some post-commentary put in with Mr. Squash for some parts of it, because I know for the most part I'd probably be trying to concentrate while going through the rhythm games. Well, it depends on what mode I'm playing, probably, because, how many fucks actually give of trying to do a really good score in it anyway, because I could potentially just comment over it even while playing it, because sometimes I'd just be like, no, I'm not going for a perfect, fuck it, I don't care. Because getting a perfect in that game, it really just like, my concentration just goes to shit. I could like have like this kind of help item that you can have that like covers for you on bad and safe notes so that they'll turn into good notes for about 30 or so times. And even with that, I hit an awful note each goddamn time because my concentration just goes. It's always like my mind is like tricks me. It's just like, oh, you're going for a perfect, are you? It'd be a shame if you didn't hit that note at all. Fuck! You know? It's really just screwy with that. I've even got a freaking perfect on a hard mode track. It's just ridiculous. Just like, that was purely by chance. It's like, when I'm not actually going for a specific kind of score, it seems I do much better that way. But whenever I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have that item on so that I'll get perfect, and I always end up hitting an awful note as a result because I'm trying too hard to concentrate, and I'm thinking of concentrating when it should be, as Chie often quotes, don't think, feel. Because that's really how it is. Don't think, feel. Feel the rhythm. Don't pay too much attention to the notes. They will rip your eyes. But at least pay enough attention to them so that you know when they're coming. But I just don't seem to do that often enough. But I've been playing it a lot lately, so well, it'd be quite some time before I'd actually get around to LPing it if I do choose to LPing it, so there'd be a bit of time for me to like kind of probably chill out a bit more and not feel like once I'd like hit record button for LPing that I'd be like, oh god, I've been playing this game the past few days trying to unlock things, because funny thing was, I've had the game for quite a few years now, I think since it was first released, around about that time anyway, and I'd pretty much done the whole thing. I'd like unlocked everything ages ago, and I'd even like started making music videos in edit mode, which I find far more interesting, honestly. It's less painful on the eyes, that's for sure, with the freaking lighting, freaking eye rape. And it's much more kind of like, once I've like made a music video, just like look at it and just like, I like it. I even made one of that Robin Lubica song that I did, which is also kind of amusing. I even did one for one of my Shadows of the Past kind of story one, you know, where I've wrote more, well, I haven't even actually wrote music, I've improvised more music for that than I have actually wrote of the actual story, because it just like, I tend to go, it's like, I feel like an author that like writes and just like, oh, it's alright so far here, this bit was okay, and then all of a sudden, hiatus, out of nowhere, just like months, and then I come back to it randomly, it's like, okay, let's write some more on it, and disappears for a few months, and then comes back, and does some more writing for it, just like, if I were like, to make a manga or something like that, that's probably what would happen. Just like, hey, when's the next chapter coming out? It'll be out when it's out. Just like, yeah, I know that, but when? I don't go with schedules, because actually that's kind of how I feel about the LPing in general these days, is because I've actually got a schedule, it feels that there's a bit of pressure to it, and I'm kind of rambling here and there between these subjects, but it's kind of on subject. What I want to talk about is last year has worn me out, so I feel a bit of a schedule change is in order. Because on my other channel, my schedule is like an upload every 2 days. And like I could do a bit over an hour recording, and I could split it into 2 or 3 parts, and I'd have like recording it done for like 4-6 days. Pretty much almost an entire week, essentially, in just one sitting. And I wouldn't even need to really, you know, force myself, because it's just one way of just like, yeah, okay, I can do that. It's not like too much trouble, you know. But with Persona 4, for example, like everything that's been uploaded Persona 4 wise has been like recorded in advance. Last time I did any recording for Persona 4 was the 17th of November. That's how far back it goes. And there's still recording to do for it. Not much, really, but there's still a bit. And I haven't got around to it because the editing process that goes into it is a bitch. It's not so much to syncing up the audio and video file, because that's become fairly straightforward these days. It's the whole, you know, I record with a DVD recorder instead of a capture card, and this year I think I might get a capture card, because seriously, it pisses me off using the DVD recorder and record off a console, because I record it, then I put it onto the laptop, but it's not quite that simple, no. I record the footage on the laptop from the disc by putting the disc into the laptop, and I'd have to sit there and wait for it to finish recording the footage before I could even get to the editing. And I've got to pay attention to it at the same time to at least some extent, so that I notice if I hear any skip in audio or anything like that, or if the disc starts to get screwy, as it has done in the past, because it's an unreliable way of recording, I've got to say. So I just be kind of sat there, just not really paying attention to the laptop or anything like that, just like ear-wise I would be. Just like if I hear like a stutter in the audio of some sort, of just like, nope, go back, is this screwy, or is it just like a random bit of screwiness that's just like fixable? Like if I just take this out, wipe it a bit and put it back in, would that do? You know, things like that. So I'd just be kind of lying there with a dictionary or something, just like dictionary entries, random, or I'd just be playing games or just playing guitar, whatever, just basically waiting like usually 30 minutes at least or so as a part is recording again, and an entire disc would be 2 hours worth, so you gotta do that 2 hours total at least, well, almost usually, because there are times where I don't record the full 2 hours, where it's almost 2 hours, I suppose. Then I edit it, so I have to play the footage all over again, with the commentary this time, and look for points that I have to edit, and make sure that it's all perfectly in sync. So, overall, one disc would take 6 hours if I chose to edit it on the same day that I record it. That's pretty damn time consuming. And I wanted to, you know, do more with my time, you know? Improve things with my life, you know? So, 6 hours worth of that is quite off-putting. So what I want to do is not only invest in a capture card at some point, because Jesus Christ, that is ridiculous, but also change the upload and recording kind of thing around. Like, our channel has the 2-day kind of upload thing. Maybe at some points, like, I think I'll take a break from uploading on this channel and all that after the Persona 4 LP is completed, and then come back with maybe Project Diva F as an LP, but also another LP that I'm thinking of is Mother 3, which is the third game in the same series that has Earthbound, which Earthbound is the second in the series, so it's somewhat of a sequel-ish. Completely, like, unrelated to Earthbound, although there is a certain character from Earthbound. But, yeah, I haven't actually played it myself, like, all the way through, though, but I have seen an LP in the past, and I quite liked it. So I want to try it out. I mean, it is an RPG, but at least it won't be nearly as long as Persona 4. It probably won't even be as long as the Final Fantasy LPs, and I quite enjoyed those ones. Although they did feel a bit chaotic at times and monotonous as well, but not to the extent that Persona 4 has kind of felt as, because Persona 4 is like crossed a certain line. It's like when I played it originally, I was like, this would be fun to LP, this would. I know at that time that it dragged on longer than both Final Fantasy games that had LP, which were technically around the same length, 103 parts. So it's just like Persona 4 on the other hand is like already at this point in time exceeded that. It's just like it's gone way further than I thought it would go. I was expecting like this LP would probably go maybe 100 parts or so. Nope. It's gonna go like quite a ways past that. We're thinking Sims 2 kind of amount of parts here. It's just like, holy shit, I was not expecting that. So yeah, like after that, take a bit of a break from this channel anyway. I'll still be recording and uploading on the other channel, because that one's much better paced and much easier to do, because it's a visual novel and all. All I have to do is read, pretty much. And I'd only have to do that for like a bit over an hour every few days, really. Maybe even like almost an entire week, really, if I like have 3 parts recorded. Like this week, for example, I uploaded, I gotta check again. I know I uploaded yesterday, so I uploaded yesterday, which was Thursday, and I uploaded on Tuesday, and I'll be uploading tomorrow, which is Saturday. So that's only 3 uploads this week for that channel, while it'll be 4 days next week for that one. So that'd be 4 parts instead of 3 parts for next week, but the week after that only need 3 parts. And I pretty much have recorded like 3 parts in advance, which was only 1 recording session, but I split into 3 parts because it went on long enough to be split into 3 parts. So yeah, it makes it much easier, because that's pretty much an entire week recorded within just a bit over an hour in just 1 recording sitting, you know? That's much easier to do than, you know, sitting down for Persona 4 just like, okay, record 2 hours, shit, lengthy cutscene, replace the disc, record like half hour more, or maybe an hour more, a little over that, put the disc in, edit, another 2 hours there, editing time, another 2 hours, well actually a bit over 2 hours, save it, goes on a bit longer there, and back and forth, and the entire day's gone instantly pretty much, because it's that damn time consuming. So yeah, after that, it's like during the break that I'll take when Persona 4 is completed, I think I'll like eventually, when I feel like I get around to recording in advance a little bit, and then like once I feel I've got a decent amount going, then I'll introduce a trailer of some sort to introduce the LPs, and then like actually get around to uploading, but with a kind of balanced schedule where it feels comfortable, where it doesn't feel like there's too much pressure on me, which I put on myself for some reason, to, you know, record like a motherfucker. Just like, record, get to recording, you've got upload, and you have not got any recording advance, get to it, you know? It's not like, it won't be like a daily upload, it'll be like once every 2 days like the other channel, or maybe, it depends really. I mean, maybe if I'm feeling like I just really can't be asked recording for a few days, and there isn't enough recording in advance or anything like that, maybe there'd be a bit of a change in the schedule there. So like, kind of an uncertain kind of schedule, because just like, I need to like kind of balance it out, take a break, balance it out a bit once it comes back, and kind of slowly go about it, you know, rather than just like full on pressure, you do this now. So yeah, balance it out. But anyways, I was rambling on about the Project Diva F thing, wasn't I? You know, what I forgot to mention in the previous attempt at recording here was random screenshots that you can take in that game, where you like can. I mean, I know it's a rhythm game, but they got some other extras. I mean, there's the rooms, you can visit the Vocaloids, you can make your own music video, you can add in your own rhythm. Like, you can, like, be like, okay, we'll have circle, 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 circle in this kind of rhythm, and then triangle, 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 X triangle, or some shit like that. I've only ever done that bit once, but I've made quite a few music videos, and I like how they came out, honestly, because a few years back, when I originally got the game, I had no idea how the editing works, but now it's kind of fun. I like adjusting camera angles and all that, but the most tedious thing is lip movement. I've actually ran out of space on a video with lip movement, because I use so many different lip movements, because I don't do the transitions quite as well as other people probably do, and I like to, even when they're not shown on screen, I'd like have it so that the lip movement goes anyway, which takes up more space, and it just becomes completely tedious on that. But other than that, I also like how the outcome of it. It looks nice, and that's what matters with that. And then you got like this kind of photo kind of mode where you like can put in a picture in the background you got saved on the PS3, which was like made me think, oh really? I could put like a Vocaloid in like one of my pictures. So I like got like some pictures of Caerphilly Castle I'd taken, Ogmore Castle, Newcastle Castle. It's quite a name there, isn't it? It's like it's got castle in its name, but it's also a castle. That's a bit confusing. And Rangara Park and a few other stuff like that. I was trying to like get Mr. Squash in there as well, but I just couldn't freaking figure out what size the picture would have to be for it to appear properly, because it has a very kind of specific kind of requirements, and a lot of my pictures that I'd had saved were too big for it, so it's like I gotta readjust that. And some of them are just like amusing, and I'll show you one. I'll have like one like of the images shown as I was rambling on there of actually I forgot to mention that place, Danarogov, yes, of Kato posing next to a raptor. I think it was a raptor anyway, I'm not sure, but that place is like, it's actually a kind of it's also known as the National Show Caves, but it also has a bit of a dinosaur park theme going on as well. Quite a nice place. And yeah, so that's kind of amusing as well. And I've already thought of an idea for a very short intro I could have for that game if I chose to LP it, because like at the start of the game, you know, the whole Sega kind of logo thing that rarely tends to get voiced. Well, you got like Miku kind of vocalizing that, and I'm just like, I could have that as the intro. I'd have that, and I'd have like these random screenshots that I had taken, where like I'd insert them one character at a time, because you can't do it all at once. And I came to the idea because it has like a Sega kind of logo kind of thing and link to the website and all that, and it just increases them. The image gets a bit smaller and kind of zooms out, so each character like I'd insert in, because you could only do it one at a time, would make it look smaller and smaller, and then at the end just like I just shoved in Miku, just like arms raised, kind of goofy face like that, and I could just like have it so that I kind of transition between it, where you go Sega, just random like that, just like a short intro, I don't know. So I've already thought a bit of that, and like the idea of Mr. Squash post-commentary kind of thing going on. I'm even thinking of maybe making a random music video where like maybe make up another song, I don't know. That's kind of a maybe though. And yeah, so Mother 3 and Project Diva F, potential new LPs, but Persona 4 is still ongoing. So the next recording you'll actually hear a bit more up to date wise, because the last part of Persona 4 I recorded for was 17th of November, like I said. And that part was titled, where did it... Wait, I already memorized the title of that one. It's Chie's favorite catchphrase, well, favorite quote, really. You know, I never realized it was a Bruce Lee quote for the longest time, and I've actually seen the movie that quote is from. It's just been years, man, But that's a damn good quote, I gotta say. Don't think, feel. Can totally apply to music and, well, that damn rhythm game, that's for damn sure. Don't think, feel, because really, if you think, you're gonna freaking screw it up. It's like when I play guitar, playing chords, like when I recorded that Robert Lubica kind of Hallelujah kind of parody when I was playing the chords for it. It took me so many tries, because like, performance anxiety would kick in and I would never be able to switch to the F chord correctly. Just like, God damn it, hands, stop it, work, perfect, rather than just like, just let it come naturally, don't think, feel. That's pretty good. But yeah, so what the next recording wise that's more up to date on this channel will be the part that comes after the part simply titled as Don't Think, Feel, because I'm not going to point out what part it is number wise, because, well, I'll just let you kind of like I don't want to kind of spoil how many parts is kind of still got to go, I suppose. Heck, I don't even know how many parts it's LP is going to go on for, honestly. I mean, near the, well, it's just the final boss, really, and yeah. Well, you'll see what I mean when we get to that. So the next recording-wise that you'll hear from me on this channel will be the part that comes after that. So until then, it's been an update on what somewhat will be in the new year, because I haven't mentioned anything further into the year, because I'm trying to do this at a more kind of, as I said, kind of get it at a much more chill pace, where it feels a bit more comfortable, because I've been recording and all that, making these videos for quite a few years now, and I've never really taken any proper breaks or anything between. Like, even when I'd taken breaks in the past, it'd only be like 2 days, and then I'd be right back to recording. But I've kind of worn myself out to a point where it's like, yeah, I need to actually, you know, take a proper kind of break from, you know, the constant recording and editing, although I haven't actually had to do that for quite some time now. Well, actually, not true, since there's the other channel, and the last recording, editing, and all that I did was the New Year's video, which, again, I'm forgetting to, like, add in what I was gonna say. Here is a random clip, you know, the bit at the start with the piano, and then the guitar comes in, and then it's like a guitar solo. And the reason I did that was, like, I looked at the trippiness of that Final Fantasy VIII. I mean, the piano and all that was all done by me in advance. So when I saw it and saw it synced up to it, I really liked how it looked, and I was like, I'm sticking with that. And once I saw that clip come up where it's like all those bats, or maybe they were birds, I can never really tell, just flying around, I was suddenly reminded of the music video to Comfortably Numb. I was like, I've got a solo over that, and so I did. Didn't really have much of a Pink Floyd feel to it, it seemed, really, did it? But it was alright. Randomly, I just like, well, it's not the only solo I've ever wrote, it's the only thing that I actually wrote in all that. Everything else was kind of pretty much improvised, with like the piano and guitar. And I really also liked that harp and violin thing I did. It was just like a dual kind of setting I had on my keyboard, just like back and forth, left hand for the harp, right hand kind of chord kind of positions for the violin. Very simple, but very nice, and sounded like it fit a Zelda game. But anyway, back on subject, I want to show the piano only part of that, because, you know, with the birds and all that, and all that flying by and all that, because that sounds nice on its own, but the solo just kind of felt like it was kind of completes it, I suppose. So here it is. So yeah, that was quite time consuming to make, but quite like this video actually, because this video has gone on quite a while again. Anyway, 30 minutes after all. What the hell? I can never stop rambling. I ramble on and on and on. You know why I ramble on and on? Because I'm just like... Actually, I don't know why I ramble on and on. Yeah, I should probably just conclude this, really. So yeah, once it gets to that part of Persona 4, the part after Don't Think Feel will be the next time that you'll have updated commentary-wise on this channel. Although it probably won't be completely updated, well, as far as now, in this point of time is, anyway, because I'll probably start recording for in the next 2 days, I imagine. And that would be the next kind of time that should be like more up-to-date commentary, because everything else so far goes at least as far back as maybe October or November, really. Quite ridiculous how I record in advance sometimes, isn't it? But it's much better that way, because with the editing that goes into it, I freaking needed to, you know, record a shit ton in advance, because it's like, if this catches up, man, it's gonna be so much of a pain in the ass to record. But anyways, that's an update. See ya.